What's up, guys, and welcome back to Deconstruction Simulator. I am very excited to get back to building our little business here, get back to demolishing, and let's see what kind of contracts we can take on today. So it looks like we've got 4 options, one of which we don't have the permit. We need a tier 2 permit, which I think we need to complete jobs before we can get that. So we're going to work on getting there. This one, we want to retrieve a cabinet, a bed, demolish the house, and take or destroy all items as well as clean it up. Same thing here, we're going to be demolishing. This one's a little bit lesser, but dresser, display cabinet, fridge, and destroy the walls. Bonus job are these. We could do this. It's a little bit closer. We've got 2 days to execute smaller contract, but it's, we're going to be able to do this quickly, and we'll see where we end up from there. So we're going to go get in this thing. We might need like a smaller, do we want to buy one of these just in case? We'll see if we have smaller items. Not sure we're going to. We got to get this thing open, set this thing in here, and we are going to be on our way. All right, so this is going to be our delivery van. This is going to be our small items box in case we need it. Technically, we're not getting rid of everything here, so we might not be able to do that. Going to turn on all the lights in the house here. It's honestly a little concerning when you walk in and it's this dark, but there we go. Okay, looks like we're going to be opening up some walls. So from the hall, we want the dresser and the display cabinet. Is this a display cabinet here? Oh, this is the dresser. This must be the display cabinet. So we're going to have to take both of those down. We also want to retrieve the fridge from the kitchen. We want to destroy these walls. Just going to get to work here. Let's start taking these panels off. I don't know if there's anything inside there we want to keep. Do we want to keep the drywall? We'll place it down out there for right now. We've got all this we're going to get rid of. We're going to have to clean that up. We learned in the first episode that it really helps to try to take care of these materials here. You can definitely make a lot of money if you end up bringing those home. So we're going to take all that, and then we should be able to get this door, shouldn't we? Let me take this wall off first because I think it's in the way. We could definitely bring this drywall back with us. Got that there. Beautiful. We could probably take all of these pieces of wood too. I know a lot of the things we gotta deliver wood for people, so we're gonna try to be as efficient as possible here. So let's get the hinges off this thing. Can we actually see these now? For whatever reason, it's not letting us see that. Okay, so let's I'm gonna try to get this trim off right here. Are we gonna be able to keep that? We could keep that. That's more drywall there. Let's definitely clean all this stuff up. We can possibly oh, this is the delivery van, Trev. That's where they want you to save it. That's your van over there. Don't forget that. But yeah, we can possibly get some bonus points for cleaning up. So we might as well just kind of keep up with the job here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Get all this drywall here. And all I'm trying to do is save this door because the doors can be quite useful, and it keeps putting me in this position. In that case, I'm just gonna get the circular saw out here. We're gonna take all of this. We're gonna one by one strip this thing away. Please don't break the door. Please don't break the door. Please don't break the door. I think we're gonna break the door if we do that. I'm a little bit nervous. Let me see here. If we take... Oh, come on, dude. All right. Well, we really tried. We got to figure out how to keep doors. For now, you know what? This is taking a little bit too long. We should... Oh, no. I'm sorry about your mirrors. We should probably, look before we just start hammering away, but... We're just going to get rid of all this in anger. How much are these 2x4s actually going to be worth? I don't know. They're probably worth a decent amount, so we should probably... I mean, they're not 2x4s or, 1x4s, but we should definitely try to keep these things if we can. Like I said, first episode, we learned that all these individual raw materials, especially early on until we start getting, specialty items and cranes and whatever else, like this stuff is how we build our business from the bottom up, so we're not going to waste anything. We're going to make sure we take advantage of every job. Beautiful. Got that there. If you take it apart certain ways, you can release all the other stuff. So like all these ones in the middle right here, what we can do, they're all supported by this guy. So if we cut the outside beams here, we're going to go 1, 2, hit the bottom side of those as well. And that should release everything. So if I take this and this, that's going to fall apart. Now we can take this, all of this, save a little bit of time. Gonna try not to break this. What is this thing? It's worth $100. It's a water heater. Okay, well, we probably should have been a little bit more careful with that. I think we're fine, but we came close to breaking that. We did break the painting, so we're gonna have some downsides here, but it's gonna be all right. Nobody said we were gonna do a perfect job. We just said we were gonna get it done at the end of the day. As long as it's finished, that's all that really matters, right? This is quite the trick. Look at that. Beautiful. Get this all set up. All that's all good to go. Get all the wood down off the ground. Looks like we've got some broken pieces, so we gotta be careful about that going forward. We can throw this stuff back here. Beautiful. And now we can start getting to work on cleaning all of this up. It looks like we did still have some pieces of wood that weren't broken, so we could pick all these guys up. Beautiful. We're gonna be able to bring these back to the crib. This is so freaking chill, dude. I absolutely love this. All right, get all this here, get all this, get this. Looks like that's gonna be something we can actually pick up. We could throw this out here. Let's get the stuff that they want in their thing. So they definitely wanted the refrigerator. I'm just gonna be able to pick this up, you boys. Pretty impressive here, not gonna lie. Let's hope we're gonna have to set this thing down for sure. Can we rotate this? Beautiful. We're gonna get this guy in, tucked in as far as possible. Oop. Okay, we don't like that. Don't want it on the wheel well, but we've got that there. Okay, so we've got that. We want to definitely dismantle this guy here, which means we're going to have to take out all these little screws on each side, and each little drawer is going to have to come out. Bro, I got to tell you, building, especially disassembling furniture, this is not fun. I'm not envious of this, but you know, this is why we get paid the big bucks. I actually quite like building it because you've got the excitement of like, you know, what is this new thing going to look like? You want to make sure you do a good job because you're going to be living with whatever item this is. Disassembling, I would imagine, is definitely not as fun. This kind of looks like IKEA. You guys see like the little, looks like an IKEA bolt. Look at the detail in this game, dude. Are you kidding me? Look at the little specks in the drawer. You could see when I don't press hard enough and I strip the screw here. We do have to look into getting some better tools. I wanted to do an easy one to start just to get our hands working and get our funds up, but I'm thinking we're gonna look into potentially hiring a crane for full demolishing, and then we're also gonna look into upgrading some tools. So we should make some good progress this episode. This is so crazy. So I want to lift this up to be able to get to those little elbow joints back there, but they've got the screws. So you've got a screw over here that's holding this thing in. We've got to get the 3 screws that are holding this together on the side, but then we've also got to get the screw that's holding the base plate in so that we can access the other points. It's pretty cool. They actually make you do things in order, and it feels like it's actually a real piece of furniture. So we're going to be able to take this, maybe? No? Maybe not yet. We could take this. We could take... Is it going to make us move it and rotate it? Hold on. It's still not letting us... It won't let us take this off because of those. We could take that, and then we're going to have to get underneath this thing and take these guys off. This is ridiculous, bro. Are you kidding me? I can hardly even see these. Okay, we got that. We could take that up, and that's going to be the entire thing packed up. Let's get this out in their van. Probably just set this guy on top, I would imagine. Beautiful. So that's there. We want the display cabinet, which is going to be this thing. Does that mean we take all this stuff out of it? Or how do we manage this? I'm going to open this. We're going to set this stuff down because I don't want it to potentially break. So we'll get all that there. They've got their elephant up top. We're going to put this over here. And now we can get to work on dismantling this. So we got a couple of hinges on the door here. Just take these off. Beautiful. There's another one up here. Beautiful. Got that. We're going to be able to take the doors off. And then from there, it looks like it's mainly going to be just those little elbow joints. So we'll just go through and take these off. We've got 2 per shelf, and then this thing should just come apart. Gotta remember to use our flashlight. Looks a lot better here. Ooh, that was a quick one. Okay, there's none. There's none on this. Oh, there's screws on that. Interesting. Little bit of support in the middle of this thing. That makes sense. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Like they really didn't cut any corners with this. It's like this is real furniture. I'm really looking forward to just absolutely wailing on stuff with a crane later on in this episode. It's going to be fun. I think you can rent them for like $600, so we're going to be going ham. And of course, we've got some extra support down at the bottom on the base. We've got 4 screws, 2 on each side that it wants us to take out here. Grab the shelves, grab the base plate, grab the top. Oh, just kidding. We've got more up top. All right, so top, sides, back, base plate. Beautiful. We've got ourselves our second piece of furniture. Technically, I think this is the final one, right? So we put that down there. Show more. We did literally everything they wanted. That's a 5-star review. Perfect. We can send them off. Have a good one. Enjoy it. I feel like we could clean up a little bit in here. It's a little bit disheveled, so we're not gonna, I'm not a maid service, but I don't want them thinking that we did this, so we can, no, I don't want to take that apart. I just want to pick it up. It's not gonna let me pick it up. Okay, so that wasn't us, but we can, I don't know what you guys want to do with your water heater, but that was there. We can go ahead and put the books inside here, or we could just put them on top. Kind of an interesting choice to open this thing up like you guys did, but I'm not gonna judge. Line these paintings up. We've got a couple more books we can throw right there. We've got this guy that was already on the floor, but I don't want to be blamed for it. We could just, might be kind of cool right there. That's good. And we've got this guy, which fell over. Get that back in the corner. Perfect. Okay. Now we got to play Tetris with the stuff that we want to put in the back of our van. Almost put it in the wrong van again. So we're definitely going to want... the drywall is going to have to go in first, right? Is it even going to fit with the recycling that we have in here? We're going to see what we could do. To be honest, I think the wood is going to be a lot more important. This is something that we missed a lot of in our first one because if you guys remember, we had the construction day end halfway through, so a lot of the stuff that was free that we hadn't picked up yet disappeared. So I'm just going to get a bunch of lumber here. I think this is our easiest thing to offload early on. Get this out of here, get that out of there. Perfect. Get that out of there. We'll probably break that, and then we can pick it up. Get that underneath the drywall there. Is that door gonna shut? Shoot, dude. Found a spot on the left side here. We can hopefully get 3 more pieces. Please just give me a little bit of green. There it is. Tell me those shut. Tell me this shuts. Perfect. Okay, so I guess for these, we're just going to break this, and then we can clean it up. We don't want to leave anything behind. Technically, we do have that little, call this up here. We've got this little guy right here. We're going to want to maybe set on top of our recycling. We'll see. Hopefully, this doesn't create more recycling. If it does, we're going to be in trouble. But it shouldn't. Almost have ourselves a full nother bag, which is going to be nice. Those things pay decently, and then we could take this and oh, we aren't going to be able to, dude. We put it on the wrong side. We might, if we can potentially reach back there. Please tell me we can. There she is. All right, no man left behind. We are all good to go. Let's get the heck out of here. That's a job well done. Dude, our first big contract that we did took so freaking long. But all right, we did everything there. Oh, take or destroy the sofa, the RTV shelf, the TV. Shoot, I'm going to do the bonuses, actually. Let's go back. Sorry. Do we have an iPad or anything we can pick up to double check that stuff before we commit to leaving? That's a little bit unfortunate there, but it's fine. It's going to be light fuel storage or light fuel usage to be able to get back. Gotta get all this wood out of here. This is by far the most lucrative part of our business right now. It's just putting wood back in and, you know, selling it back to the public. We're definitely going to have to pick up an upgrade to our warehouse and have more wood storage here because we're starting to get a little bit backed up. But I'm hoping eventually we're not going to have to scavenge wood like this because it does feel like this is a very time-intensive process. Don't need this guy. Let's take this. We're going to put this over in our recycling. We're going to have a nice day for that later on. We're going to put all this back over here. And let me double check what we need again. I'm surprised it wasn't showing up on our objectives. So let me see here. Just going to take a picture of it really quick. Let me flex on y'all. Look at this. Ooh, she just came in today. Very excited about it. Let me... Sofa, RTV shelf, and TV. I mean, TV should be easy. Sofa, we might be able to just throw in the back of the van. I mean, anything we can salvage, I'm definitely going to try. But at the same time, if we just destroy this stuff, we're going to be fine. So the sofa here... I mean, we could just throw this in the back of the truck, right? Set this down, open these guys up. Perfect. Eventually, we're going to have to upgrade our vehicle situation, but... For right now, we're looking okay. The TV, this is an older TV, but you never know what people are going to ask for. And if this is free, it's for me, baby. We can set this up on the sofa. Why is it saying our bathroom is 0 for 1? It destroyed all the walls that it wanted. I don't know what is going on there. Is this the RTV shelf? It's worth 80 bucks. I'm just going to move all this stuff for you. I don't think the $80 to undo this is going to be worth it. I actually don't even know if we're going to have space, but I do feel like we probably should. It's not going to be that bad. Let's go ahead and get our light on here. And I'm going to grind, dude. We're going to grind. It's early on in our career. We're going to grind. We're not too good for 80 bucks at this point, especially when we only have $2,000 in our account. So let's be smart. It's a lot of little pieces for 80 bucks. Eventually, I'm looking forward to the point where we don't have to worry about that. But for right now, 80 bucks is 80 bucks, bro. I'm going to do whatever you need me to do to make that happen. That actually wasn't bad at all. You just got to take the tops and backs, and then you can take the sides. Then you can get the bottom. And we've got a couple pieces down here. Perfect. Okay. So we've got everything out of here. Question is, are we going to have space for this? We did not account for this. Going to be able to set it up in here anywhere. How about like that? Perfect. All right. Get that thing shut up. I believe we are all good to go. Let's get the heck out of here. I'm going to call that one and done. We should have, I mean, we wouldn't have had the space for it, to be honest, but it's okay. Let's take this. We're going to put this over here. Couch is going to go in our larger item situation. Look at that thing all strapped up. And then we've also got a TV we could place down there. I love the detail here, dude. That is insane. You can see the threads on our straps here. That's pretty good. The ratchets on there, those things are all nice and snug. We're all good to go. All right, so I'm going to call that good. Let's go ahead and we've done everything, including the bonuses. We're going to complete this contract for $340. We did it on time. Penalties and bonuses plus $150. Perfect. Go ahead and send that invoice. Looks like we had 100% execution, a Miracle Maker 5-star review, so we love to see that. Let's see if we've got any orders we're going to be able to fulfill. I would imagine we've got some. Nothing there, nothing there. Ooh, 270 centimeter beams for whatever dollars. All right, we're going to do a small capacity van. Which ones are our 270s? Looks like it's these, and they want 12 of them. So we're going to try to grab 12. This guy open, pick these up. Perfect. I guess we don't have to count it. Will that update? No. Are we sure this is a beam? This is a plank. Ah, okay. Almost messed that up. Here's 4 beams. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to have more beams over here, I would imagine. Yep, these are our beams. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Get those guys in there, shut those doors, and you can go ahead and see yourself out. Be able to complete this order for $124. Beautiful. Send that invoice. Another 5-star. Let's see, is there anybody else? So that's why it's helpful when we go to places where we can like demolish and take all the items. Like they don't want to keep any of the items. This is nice. So we want small items box 2 and 3. Let's go ahead and accept the order. These are going to be over here. Can we not going to be able to take both? We definitely do need some more small items boxes, but we could pick this up, throw this in there. Small items box 3. What is this, like a mystery box situation? You don't really know what you're getting, but you're just going to buy it anyway. Straight consumerism, baby. All right, here we go. So that's another order that's completed. Go ahead and knock that out. Send the invoice. Dude, we are fulfilling stuff like crazy. We're making some money. There needs to be a way that you can filter these, that you definitely, you know, have the stuff in your inventory. It looks like we don't have much else right now. Premium armchair, they'll pay us $338 for it. Small items box. Okay, so we got to keep grinding then. Let's see our tools store. So we've got our screwdriver for $1,000. How much? We've got $2,500 right now. We're going to get paid more at the end of the day. You get paid every, you know, end of the day situation. So we've got a lot coming in there. There's an iron tip flat screwdriver. That's for when we're like wedging stuff out. We can upgrade our saw for $800, which is going to increase our speed. Our crowbar, which we have, oh, our chisel, never mind. That's the flat screwdrivers for other stuff. Chisel we use a lot for $600. I kind of want to get each of those. We've got $2,500. Let's do it. I'm going to upgrade that. We're also going to upgrade probably our saw. That's going to leave us with $1,100. And I want to see what contracts we have here. So we've got 681, 760, and 840. We've got 1 day to complete this. Poor Papa died last month and left me with his trailer park house. I'll haul the more valuable things away to a retirement home, but the rest of the things on the list you can knock or take yourself. Can't look at them without crying. I mean, I'm down. Are we going to be able to finish this in just a day, though? What time is it right now? There's no way we're going to be able to finish this in the current day. Is it going to give us 1 day after that, or how does that work? Should we take this just to be safe? I'm going to take this just to be safe because... shoot, I want the $840. Let's do it. Whatever. We're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna rent a wrecking ball too. $600. We could do this. Let's get out there. Let's get after it. We've got some upgraded tools and we've got to get this thing going. We rented a crane for this shoot, dude. This is not good. Okay, so what do you want out of here? What did kitchen sink cabinet and the big kitchen cabinet? Okay, this is the big kitchen cabinet. So we're gonna undo this guy as quickly as possible. Oh boy, I think we made a mistake here, Trev. I don't know what happens if you don't finish it in time, but we're already almost to the end of I would imagine it's got to be like a 24-hour period straight, right? Like we should be able to do this, but we'll see. The problem is we also want to gut this thing for anything valuable, and really like I think the wood and stuff is going to be a big piece of the puzzle for us. So like wait, is this a different cabinet down here? I can't tell if this is different. I think it's all the part of the same thing, so let's just do everything. We'll be able to use that upgraded chisel here in a minute, which is going to be great. We could take all of these. Perfect. Ooh, and now we've got our upgraded chisel speed. My goodness. Okay, we're really starting to get this thing going. To be honest, I feel like upgrading the screwdriver would have been the best play off the start. I think saw and screwdriver are probably the most important. We got to take all the shelves out first here. Oop, looks like we've got 3 more down here. Take this faceplate off. Try to see this down here. Perfect. Got it. And now we can pick the rest of these here. Perfect. Get all these little pieces. And that, my friends, is our big kitchen shelf, which they're going to want in their van. We get some lights on in here. Let's get some lights, Trev. Whatever we can. Hit that there. Open this up. Get that there. Oh, there's a little pig there. Shoot, we didn't bring anything for little items. Gonna move the coffee pot out of here. Now we want to disassemble the sink fixture. Get these hinges out of here. Take that off. Take this off. We gotta get up underneath this thing. All right, we've got some more of these. Imagining there's probably going to be one on the other side as well. This is what I'm talking about, dude. This is ridiculous. Okay, can I take this out? Where do you want me to go next? Take that off, take all this off. Beautiful. Take the Bottom pieces off, and there's your sink. It is 4:35 p.m. I don't like this, dude. Okay, both of those are there. Now we want to demolish the house. Let's get after it. Here we go. Go ahead and enter the crane. We saw this in the very intro, and I have been excited to use it since. How do we use this thing? Aim forward, aim backward, up, down. So we can lift this up. I'm gonna try to let's try to maybe go for something like this. You just Oh my goodness, dude, that is amazing. It's gonna come back too. Okay, we didn't look into anything valuable of you know, value, but it's gonna be fine. Drop this thing here. Go ahead and let her rip, boss. That is so ridiculously satisfying. Is this how these things actually work? Aim forward here. We're gonna take this piece off. Go ahead and fire. So we're not going to be able to salvage anything from this, but I'm just trying to make sure that we finish this today in case that's how you're actually supposed to do it. If we can finish this, we're just going to be able to pick everything up in our trash bags, recycle that trash back at the lab. City will pay us for it. And we've, you know, at least made a little bit of money today. It's not the most we could have made, but it guarantees that we make a bit of money. We paid the $600 for this thing today too, so I'm wondering what happens with like, there we go. You know, if we go into day 2, is it going to try to charge us another 600, or how all does that work? I'm not sure, but go ahead and rip that one last time, and that should be pretty much demolished. Now it's just going to be a big cleanup job. I forget when. Oh gosh, dude, this is going to be intense, isn't it? Hold on. Let's get this open. And we're just gonna be filling this bus full of things here, but I forget what the time of the last what's it called is, the last whenever they make us get off the clock. Here we go. Come on now. Gotta stack these things true and right. I mean, if we're getting, I feel like we made decent money from the recycling. So if this is a day rate for a crane that we could take around to different job sites and stuff, I don't know if we're gonna be able to do that, but I mean, this could be a way to make a bit more money. It's not as efficient, but it just works a lot faster, you know what I mean? Sometimes working smarter, not harder is the way to do it. We do still have some beds and stuff, so we could potentially pick those up or dismantle those and bring those back, or we could just use the sledgehammer in those and call it a day. Are we gonna be able to stack this guy here? Perfect. Should be able to shut that door. We'll start going around back. It's a much different way of doing things here. Rather than being all methodical and everything, we just straight went demo mode and demolished everything in sight, which honestly was pretty satisfying. Imagine when we get to like big houses and you know, office buildings and things like this, and it's you know, it's not just these tiny little almost like trailer homes that we've been looking at, little modular homes. We're gonna get some big stuff eventually, which is gonna be great. It is unfortunate. I think we're gonna have to make multiple trips on this recycling here, which is not exactly the vibe, but it's okay. It's also gonna waste time, and we're probably gonna lose the day. We might be able to come back. Look, a TV survives. See, there's some hope for some more profit in here. Really playing Tetris. We're gonna be able to get one more bag before we take it back, and I'm betting that's gonna take us to the end of our work day. We gotta memorize when that actually is. But this was pretty solid here. I cannot believe how quickly that... Dude, I spent probably 2 hours in the first episode tearing down that first big house that we did. I cannot believe how easy that was. You pay $600 and it's just gone. Just disappears. What an impressive piece of machinery that thing is. I didn't know that's how wrecking balls worked. I didn't know they came in a truck like this. I don't know what I really expected, but all right. We're going to head back to the warehouse. We got a full load here. And it looks like I called it. It's time to end the day. Okay. Kind of unfortunate there. We're going to find out if we messed up, if we, you know, shouldn't have taken that job and we only had 1 day to complete it. We had a total of plus $121 there. $1,000 in invoicing, looking good. And all right, looks like we're going to want to unload all of our recycling for today. Good old 7:30 a.m. getting a nice early start on our day. This is an entire house that we're going to be offloading for the city to pay us for, which I'm hoping is a decent payday. And we know for a fact, where did I put that thing? We know for a fact that we have some smaller items. I don't know where it went. So we're just going to buy another one of these. We'll put this in the back. We'll be able to pick up whatever we can, little books and stuff. Let me check this. I want to take a look at our contracts. 80%. Is that completion? This says 50%, 0 days. I'm wondering if, are they giving us 80% of it because we were a little bit late? Ooh, Castle Maniac, great catnip. Or great cleanup. What am I talking about? Comfy combining. Okay, pretty cool. Need a 2-star reputation for that, so that could be potentially a big one. We'll see what happens, but we're gonna go finish this one really quick. Just absolute utter destruction out here, baby. We're gonna pick up everything we can. Pieces of the roof going into the neighbor's yard. We can't be having that. Definitely don't want to leave a big mess behind. Get all this over the fence here if we can. Oh, okay, we can get up on the fence. We should probably run the fence line and make sure we're getting everything there. We got this bed. Let's see what we can do about dismantle. Oh, okay, we're underneath. Are we just gonna take stuff out? We got screws on each side. We probably should have upgraded our screwdriver, to be honest. This is like absolutely painful. That's gonna be my #1 objective. I would imagine somebody's gonna want a common bed somewhere, so we will definitely take this. Take the bed slats, take the sides, take the headboard and foot part, and bam, we're good to go. We honestly probably needed a second one of these boxes. Like, is this skateboard considered a small item? It is. Okay, we're going to be all right. We should probably use our little handy dandy tool finder and see what the most expensive stuff is, or should we $15, $40 for a hippo figure? Okay. How do you get paid for this stuff though? Because I feel like most of this stuff, $10, 17, 5, 10, 12. I feel like they randomly take these, and I don't know that they're paying you for the value of the items and stuff. It just seems like they're just saying, hey, I want a couple of items in a small box, and that's like it. Just gonna fill this thing up with whatever we can get this stuff out of here, and we're gonna break whatever doesn't fit. Last pair of shoes here. Perfect. All right, box number 5 is complete. Are we gonna want to, what is this thing worth? $50. We could do it. You know what? I'm just not even in the mood, dude. I want to move on to the next house. I feel so bad and wasteful, but you just got to do it sometimes. Also, I think we were a little under demolished here because we didn't do the floorboards and stuff. So we're going to work on that here. That is one thing that the wrecking ball can't do. We should be able to keep our job. Pick up this flooring. And really, in regards to that cabinet, we probably should have dismantled that because obviously it's got a low value by itself, but all those like secondary contracts that people are asking for, we could have potentially had one we could have filled with that. So we really should start worrying about the smaller ticket items here and making sure we're staying on top of that. This definitely is not a game for cutting corners. I mean, we could do a recycling business. We could just be Mr. I break everything, throw everything out, but I feel like we're going to have better luck if we don't take it from that angle. All right, we're up to a 5-star. Technically, it's saying everything's done. Should we just leave this here? Is it fully it? Should we just call it a day? I mean, we could fill up another trash bag. We could definitely dismantle this oh, no, we can't even dismantle that. We just got to throw this in here. Might as well get the trash bag just for the sake of it. If it lets us, perfect. We're going to be able to throw that on top of there. Like I said, no stone left unturned. We want to make sure we get that 5-star review and don't leave a mess for people. Okay, we're going to be able to put this small guy, hopefully, on top of the TV. Let's get it shut. Beautiful. Got a little bit more trash here underneath our own van. And we're going to be able to get out of here. That's a job well done. I've got a little chair we could put into some sort of an offer. We've got another TV we can put into an offer. We've got another one of these guys, number 5. A little bit more recycling. So that's how many recycling bags it takes for a house. At least a small house, that is. And we've got this guy we could put up on a shelf. Perfect. All right, we're going to be able to get into our next one. We got a full day of work ahead. Let's see what we've got going on. Check any orders. Common TV and a washing machine for $88, $39 for a common TV. I mean, we can accept both of these. Might as well get this off of our hands. Appreciate it. Free up a little bit of space in the warehouse. So we got that. What kind of a washing? Just a regular washing machine? I don't know if there's a different style or anything, but we can at least get these in. Go ahead and send that off. Perfect. And then we're going to be able to get this common TV situation, accept that order, just get the small guy. We're going to be able to get that thing out the door. And then I think we're just going to go straight to our next big mission. Order complete. Send that invoice. Beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. So we can't get the next permit until we complete 3 more contracts. So we're going to have to get to work on that. I'm definitely going to be getting our next cross screwdriver. It's $1,000. I don't know if that's a good idea right now because we might want another demolition thing. Let me see what contracts we have here. Oh, we should complete that contract. Okay. Main job, penalties and bonuses plus 400. So we had no penalties. Technically, what's timeout? You sure you're able to cancel the contract? You won't be able to return to the contract location. Your reputation will drop. What do you mean timeout? Definitely calling you again. We get a 5-star review. I'm not timing out, baby. We did well there. Okay, we can get 640. Okay, so we're not gonna wanna rent something if we aren't at least making that money back on it. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna upgrade our cross screwdriver to $1,000 screwdriver. We're gonna take our next contract. So this one, city official ordered the demolition of a house seized by a bailiff. Just demolish the house and take or destroy all items. This one looked interesting. This one pays pretty well. It's a common client. Me and my wife and my kids are moving to a new home. We've got wash basin, shower, toilet, demolish the house and clean up. I feel like, and they're close. I feel like a single family home like this, we might end up having a decent amount of money involved. So we're going to work on that. Let's, I'm going to go ahead. Let's buy one of these. We can see, I'm going to try to milk this thing for all it's worth. Let's see what we got. It's kind of like Storage War. Oh yes. This is what I'm talking about. Look at all the paintings and everything. This is going to be good. But it's like you don't know what you're gonna get. You kind of you're hoping that you pick a contract where you've got a lot of items, and it looks like we're gonna make a lot of money on this one, dude. We're gonna have to be very methodical and watch our timing, but I think we're gonna make a lot of money. So I say we get their stuff taken care of first, and then we'll worry about everything else later. So what the heck is a wash basin? Wash basin. So they want the wash basin, they want the shower, and they want the toilet. That's the only things they want to bring. $300 premium toilet. I would want to bring that too. Their van's going to be out here. I'm just going to set that. Ooh, they got the big Sprinter. Okay, this is what I'm saying, dude. We're starting to get people with a little bit more money. It's kind of nice. All right, so we're going to have to open these up. We're going to use this new expensive screwdriver that we got. I feel like it's still not as fast as I want it to be, so we're going to have to upgrade that again soon. Get all of these drawers here. It definitely is faster, but I want it to be really quick. I want like a nice DeWalt or something. Milwaukee, you know what I mean? Which house have you been sorted into? It's, you know, guys turn 30, they get sorted into Makita, Milwaukee, DeWalt, Ryobi. Dude, people sometimes make fun of Ryobi, but I still have a Ryobi. I'm not sure how to say it. Forza Horizon 3 sent me it's still the coolest care package I've ever gotten from any company, and it was because they were introducing seasons in the game, which, by the way, Forza Horizon 6 just announced. Pretty excited about that. But going to Japan, baby, it's going to be amazing. But yeah, they had seasons, so it was like, you know, summer was a Yeti, I want to say like a 300 or something. It was a huge Yeti cooler that I still use to this day. Winter, I honestly don't fully remember. Winter might have been a jacket. Spring was something else. And then fall was a leaf blower. And that's like my favorite thing. It's like an electronic leaf blower. It's absolutely amazing. We don't need that. We need the shower. I don't even know where to begin with this thing. What do we do? We take the doors off. We take the wall panels off. We take the roof off. Take that. Okay, perfect. That was way too easy. Be able to stack this up here. Perfect. We've got that. We've also got this. So they are all good to go. We're already at a 3-star contract, and literally everything else in here we can take. So I'm gonna take it. I'm just gonna start putting stuff out on the street. This one's interesting because this is like, we could kind of have a half and half. We could take the important stuff out of it, and then rather than breaking down the drywall and taking boards and stuff, we could just straight up like, let me grab our small container here. We could just demolish it, and we're losing a little bit of money overall on like the contract side of it, but we're also making money because we took all the little items out of it. It's just a matter of how much time you want to spend on the little stuff. You know what I mean? So we're going to have a bunch of small containers here. Beautiful. That's box number 6. All right. Anything else big we're going to bring out to the street? We could honestly just start loading this thing up, go back to the warehouse, and then buy a bunch more of these. Some heavy duty boxes if you could put a washing machine on top of them. Dude, look at this. Like this motorcycle helmet, that's worth 35. This is worth 12. This is worth 15. I'm just going to take this thing as a whole. I don't know what happens when we have too many items that aren't being requested on the app, but we'll find out eventually, I guess. $100 for the shelf, $70 for that, $100 for the wardrobe, 70, 50. Fridge is definitely going to get something. Oven is going to get something. So let's just take these, bro. I'm just going to take this family's entire life. Not going to be able to fit this in there today, but we're at least going to get it out of there. And if we got to break it down later and destroy it, we will. Water heater. What is this thing worth? $100? Absolutely. Thank you. Just going to get all the easy big stuff in here to start. We probably should have broken down some things. Being honest, we got a chair, we got a laptop. What is this thing worth? $89. Beautiful. Stack that there. Let's try to get this guy a little bit further back. Not going to be able to do that. I think we take this stuff off. We're going to come back with more boxes for little stuff, but I think for right now, we just take all this furniture apart and get this stacked in the van as well. Dude, so this is crazy. There's a guitar hidden in this. I started taking the hinges off and I noticed it. So let me see what this thing's going to be worth. Are we going to have like little secret items and stuff we're going to be able to come across? We better make sure going forward. Like imagine we had the what's it called? I'll take the hinges off first and then take this. Okay. Imagine we would have just brought the wrecking ball in and destroyed this. What is this worth? 45 bucks. Okay. It's not a ton, but something we got to watch out for. One thing I appreciate is how realistic this is. Like when you've got one like this, you know that you're going to be going left and right to be able to shake it. So my mouse is going like this. Like this one, I'm going to be going left and right. I'll just keep it going. There you go. But this one, you see how it's facing us? So in real life, you'd really be going up and down, kind of like forward and back. And that's the way that you have to do it here. It's like it's kind of cool. You actually feel like you're dismantling most of this stuff. But all right, here we go. So we kind of... I think we're getting close. We'll see. We filled up the van. We're definitely going to have to make a second trip. I don't think we're going to be able to fit anything else in there. We could probably get some small items. Make sure everything can close. Not going to be able to get that guy. We can get this guy here. Throw that in there. Anything small, but not like actually a small item that needs to go into a bin, we're going to throw in there. And then we're going to go back and call it a day. How much are these worth? Dude, it's a lot of work to take apart kitchen cabinets. I mean, $100. We might want to try to get all of these, honestly. I feel like this is a pretty good opportunity for us. I want to make sure that we're taking full advantage of this. And look at this. We've got more little items inside. So let's make sure that we're always getting everything that we can in these situations, and let's take advantage of the opportunity that was bestowed upon us here. They didn't want us to keep anything. I guess they had a couple of bathroom appliances, but everything else is just free for us to do our thing with, so we're going to make sure we take advantage of that. Oh, dude, this is absolutely exhausting work, but we are almost done. We've got this desk back here. I'm assuming we're going to have some hinges on the drawer, or some hinges on the door here, and then some sliders on the drawer, but we're going to be good. And we've dismantled pretty much everything. I think some of the basic kitchen cabinets, they're only worth 50 bucks. I might skip those. We'll see. I'll keep an eye out on the order market and see if that's something we need to start saving in the future. But the one thing I did think that we probably want to save are the windows. Here's our desk here. But yeah, the windows, we probably should have done it in the last two, if I'm being honest, but we're going to be okay. So we could just straight up take these out. Oh, this is where the crowbar comes in handy. We haven't used a lot of this. Is that it? And we could, okay, beautiful. We're definitely going to start doing that. That is a no-brainer. Taking every window off this house. Going to be able to store these in the warehouse and eventually get these back to people. Perfect. Ooh, little tiny bathroom window. This is a unique size. This could be an order from somebody. We've also got big windows here. It's not about the size of your window. It's about what you're looking at, fam. So don't stress if you've just got yourself a little slider. Dude, I love this. You could see the exposed wood and everything. I will say the wood does... Ooh, hello. The wood does well for us, so I'm really tempted not to just blow this place to pieces, but especially because it's daytime, I kind of want to. And I feel like we've taken so much time and taken so much out of this place so far. There's no way we're not going to be making money. We have so much stuff. This family's entire life out here on the street. We just don't even care about it at all. All right, so we need to close all this up. We're going to go back to the warehouse. Good news is we are super close. We want to unload all of this stuff. Is that considered a small item? Let me see here. Let me grab this. That's considered a small item. Okay, so we can bring small items back if we want. We could just put them all in the back of the van and then buy exactly the number of containers that we need, but also that's not going to be as efficient in terms of, this is considered a small item too. Not going to be as efficient in terms of picking stuff up from the job site, so probably just going to keep buying boxes. Another common chair there, beautiful. All right, so we've got this guy. We're going to throw this in here, and I think we probably need at least like... probably 3 more. I bet it was just 2 more, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. We do have this guitar here that I think is also going to be considered a small item. Okay. Do we want to rent the thing, or do we want to try to take this thing out? I kind of want to rent the thing, dude. Just kidding. We don't have enough money to rent the thing, so I guess we're going to be doing this the old-fashioned way. So now we're going to be able to get all the small items in the house, which I've just kind of been throwing in the living room here. Put that in there. Beautiful. This in there. I still don't really understand how the small items work, and I don't understand how getting more valuable small items makes a difference, but we're just going to keep filling these boxes up as much as we can. Just ripping pictures off the wall. I'm sure somebody else is going to want these, so we might as well. People's dirty shoes. I mean, don't underestimate the level of my cheapness here, bro. We are going to make sure we get everything taken care of. Motorcycle helmet, perfect. That's box number 8. We just go ahead and ransack this kitchen really quick. Grab all your coffee pots and mugs and plants, and I'll even take your dishes, bro. Come on. You got anything in the cabinets under here? Oh, more dishes. Yep, I'll take those. Anything in there? Nothing of interest. Even your toaster is safe. Pots, pans, anything in there? Hello? Nope. I'm going to take your whole ass stove, too. Actually, I think we did pretty well on our little mini things here. Is there anything in here? No. We've got, I think, artwork in here. We could throw that. Oh, that's okay. Yep, that's a big item. I'm even going to take this thing, dude. Why not? 3 screws to be able to take your light fixture. What's this thing going to be worth? It's considered a rare? Hold on. What is this worth? 40 bucks? Yes, sir. Is there any... Oh, hello. We got this thing here. I think we're going to need one more item after that. Oh, hello. What is this? Little coffee mug. Perfect. Box number 10. So we were literally perfect there. Can we stack these 3 high? We can. Wow. Now we got to start getting to work. I don't think... We're not going to be able to do that. Not going to be able to do that either. Now we're just going to have to get all this stuff in. It's going to take a lot of work. We could start stacking windows on that box, maybe. Dude, this is going to be impressive. This is going to be a haul. I'm pretty excited about this. We actually took our time, and this is where we're going to make some real money. Obviously, it's not ideal to be working like this, but you got to start small. You got to start somewhere, and we're going to be okay here, baby. We're going to work our way up. Eventually, we're not going to have to worry about doing the dirty stuff, but as a small business owner, sometimes you got to get them nails dirty first. I think if we stack all these windows, it's probably a good idea to put something on top of windows that are stacked. Wouldn't you think? Joking, by the way. We're not going to do that. So we've got that there. There's one more window. Can we fit this guy? Beautiful, dude. Going to be able to shut. It is. That'll shut. All right, back to the warehouse. My goodness, it's going to take 17 trips just to get all the stuff out of here. Got windows for days now, all different shapes and sizes. Whatever way you prefer it, we could provide it. Let's start organizing these. So we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is going to go there. Let's make sure we have these in the right order because sometimes they request specific ones. So 10 will go next to 9. We're going to have to expand this, aren't we? 8 will go next to 9, which means this must be 7 that we could put up in our top right. Beautiful. And last but not least, we have one last window, which our window situation is almost maxed out too. So we got to be careful, but we're looking all right. We should probably, especially before the day ends, we should probably fulfill some orders if we can, which we don't have any orders right now that we're going to be able to fix. So we're just going to hold off on that. And I guess the only thing we can do is go back and just keep on breaking this thing down. So the question is, I guess we could just kind of work through the night and try to take everything. Let's at least get this stuff packed in so that we know that we're good to go there. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know how I want to do this. I don't know if I want to really take my time and really kind of, get every board off of this thing. Let's just take these guys back. Perfect. Back to the warehouse. This is just ridiculous, bro. We have so much stuff. Good news is it's only a 20-minute drive. So I feel like the driving back and forth is what constantly kills us. We've been upgrading our tools. We probably need to upgrade to a garage and potentially bigger, better vehicle. That might actually be the most important upgrade that we can do. So we'll see what we can do with that in the next episode. Let's go back. We've still got more, bro. This is just so ridiculous. I don't even know what to say. And since it's already nighttime, we're not going to be able to watch the destruction anyway. I say we let's just go all out and we'll dismantle these last couple of things in here. It's 50 bucks, 50 bucks, 50 bucks, 50 bucks. I mean, why not, dude? Whatever. Just kidding. I don't have the patience for that on $50. I'm sorry. I'm just just not going to be, I'm not going to be able to do that. We're going to break this stuff down. These are going to take so freaking long to do. I will cut down boards on walls and whatever else, but these are just going to be a pain. We haven't even seen our upgraded saw yet, so I kind of want to see that. We could also get to work on the flooring. We know we're going to have to do that eventually, and whether we rent something or not, we're going to have to do it either way. You know, now that I think about it, like, flooring, obviously, you can't keep, but all the drywall and stuff that we don't really get to bring back, I think those have been part of orders that people have asked for, but we just don't have the space for it in our current van. So I think new truck, new work truck. I mean, that's a big moment when you get your first big company truck. I think this little rental U-Haul box van is not working out for us anymore. So let's take this if we take the trim off, can we grab this straight up? No, but does that make it so there's only 2 spots? That's interesting. Even though we can't really use this, it's just too big for our van right now, so we're just gonna end up demolishing it anyway. But rather than having to hack it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know what I mean? Like it definitely makes our job a lot easier. So dude, this is crazy. This game is insane, the level of detail. If you take your time and really think about where you're hitting stuff, it's gonna save you a ton in the long run. And just like that, it's gonna make us in the day. So at 6 p.m. is when we've got to call it quits, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and hit enter there. We used $52 in gas, warehouse rent, waste recycling did pretty well. Total of plus 173 on our end of day notice. Contracts, we got $840 from that, $88 and $39 from a couple of orders. So we should have a decent budget today. So we could, if we wanted to, we could demolish this thing. I am really curious about our new saw since we ordered that. I want to see what that's all about. I wish you could just like throw stuff out the window. Like I don't want that, but let's see. So if we saw this, definitely is a bit faster. Beautiful. So we've got that, and then we could take this, and that breaks everything, and then you could pick all this stuff up. Throw it in the truck. Is that going to work? Nope, not going to work. Let me get this guy here. Perfect. And let's just try that. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to take this thing back. Got a few new pieces of wood here, which are going to be valuable for orders. We've also got some other items, and we've got a lot of new boxes. So I would imagine we're going to be able to fill at least, you know, some of this stuff now. We're going to have to expand our warehouse storage soon. But like I said, I think the biggest thing right now is going to be finding some sort of a vehicle that can hold more than what we have. And I think we've got to spend $500 on a new garage before we even look at that. I will say, though, we've already got a bunch of stuff out of there. We took all the windows. We took everything off the walls. I'm just going to rent this thing for $600. Wrecking ball service. Why not? Let's do it. It's going to be fun. Most importantly, it's going to save us some time, which time, at the end of the day, as you guys know, absolutely is money. So we're going to hop into this bad boy. We're going to raise her up a little bit, maybe lower her just a tiny bit, and we are going to absolutely let it rip, baby. Oh my goodness, that is not going to get old. Move her over a little bit. I mean, if we go down, is that going to help take out some of the deck too? Oh my God. We put it all the way down. Is it good? Wait, that looks like it. Is it going to bounce off the ground? No, it just goes through the ground. Ooh, so that could potentially help with the flooring and foundation and stuff. Dude, this is so freaking satisfying, and I can't wait to be able to do it with a bigger building. Watch the 78 go to 91%. Bro, we were chiseling away at floors, and it was like every floor, every other floor was 1%, and now we're jumping 10% at a time. It's absolutely annihilating this thing. Beautiful, dude. Just everything flying everywhere, timber boards, all of the above. I will say that was a little brash. I'm not gonna lie. It would have been nice to pick up all of this wood and be able to sell it and whatever else. And now we have a giant house that we need to pick up, but it is pretty efficient, if I do say so myself. So I'm gonna see you guys in the next episode. We're gonna keep grinding here. We're making money. We're getting 5-star reviews. We're doing good. I just think that we've got kind of a vehicle issue, a tool issue. We need to keep finishing things up, keep grinding. And the equipment right now is really what's holding us back. If we start getting some better paying jobs, we'll be able to use more of the wrecking ball as well. So I think I'll do a couple more jobs so we can get our level 2 license for the next one. And I'll probably just like throw a podcast on and chill and really 100% do them, pick up all the wood, do all the things, do it, you know, the way that we can make the most money possible. So I'll see you guys there. Thanks for watching. Catch you all later. Peace out.